Hi everyone, it's Athena and happy Friday. All right, let's take a deep breath. Let's see what's going on. What is the collective message for Friday, the 29th of May, 2020? Or whenever you see this. If the message, sometimes the common denominator of the message, right? The moral of the story is the part that you should take with you and not necessarily the players, right? Sometimes it varies. So just take that into consideration. Don't try and make it fit. We as readers don't want this to be anything else. Well, I'm going to say it for myself. I want this just to be a guiding tool for you to go forward, spiritually speaking, of course. Okay? That's my intention. Okay. Let's see what's happening. All right. We have the, what is it? 5 of Wands reversed. Good. So we are no longer trying to compete against anyone else. We are not fighting. We're maintaining, right? We're maintaining a sense of not being aggressive, right? Staying calm when others are freaking out, right? We're maintaining, whoever this is that I'm speaking to, you're maintaining a sense of balance, right? You're not going against the grain, right? We're not going against the grain. We're just in a very calm state of mind, and we're not reacting to others who, as you know and see in the media, how others are like acting out of, craziness. Those who I'm talking to here, watching this, you guys are calm and not aggressive. You're taking a different stance, which is really good. I mean, not reacting is the best, right? The Hierophant. Well, the Hierophant is about, old school belief systems. And, maybe as what I'm hearing is, in ancient times, right? What was the way is to look at the way of those who came before us, is how I'm feeling, which is taking a higher stance, not being reactive, right? Taking a calm approach to things and not reacting to others' crazy ways, right? People going crazy on the streets, which is, it is, we are human, of course, but if you can achieve and maintain this higher stance of, I'm not reacting, I'm going to take this high road, right? It is because why? You're wiser to know that it doesn't do us any good to react like this to circumstances that we cannot control. But what you can control is the self. Exactly what this is saying. It depicts taking the high road, the belief systems of the ancients and ancient times when people were fighting against the grain. There were others that were not. So this is telling me that the energy that's coming through are for those who have maintained a sense of greater knowledge and wisdom, whereby they're not going to react to, what's going on in the world today. You're going to use your emotions for a higher purpose. Okay? I like that. You know better. You know what I mean? You know better. The wheel now is turning for all. We're coming into a new moon. The karmic wheel the old has been completed, and now this wheel of fortune is turning for those who are going to maintain their strength and balance, right? It's a fertile time now. It's very fertile. Why? Because people that maintain, right, the energy within, they keep their energy within. They don't spout out. They don't affect others in that way, because their common sense, they have common sense and logic, because they know that feeling your way through a situation is better than reacting. And that's what you've learned. So now you're getting karmic gifts from the universe, because that's what that is. When you don't react, the universe will gift you, right? Will gift those who know how to take a calm approach instead of reacting to the craziness in the world. Some don't see it, right? Some don't see that as being like helpful, right? Some want to just, do this. Some people's egos are hugely, they're driven by their egos. But here, you're not driven by your egos. So I'm feeling this is the situation where when you take the high road, right, you see no evil, hear no evil, do no evil, right? And that's what the universe is telling us, that it's not like you're turning to a blind's eye. You're not turning a blind's eye in a bad way to what's going on. You're not. You just choose to not want to be part of it. It's different. You don't want to experience the chaotic nature of this. So you do turn a blind's eye to it, right? For no other reason but because you have learned. You've learned structure and balance. You don't become the high priest or the hierophant, whatever. It's the same type of situation where our ancestors who came before us are trying to teach us that, and light the way for us, for all to see that fighting is going against the grain of the universe. There's no reason to fight. And that's what some people do take that as, I'm not going to, I'm not going to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. What's going on today is better left to keep your head on straight by staying in your heart center and allowing the universe to take care of the rest. And that's when love comes in. And that's the gift. The gift is, if you can remain calm within all this chaotic stuff going on, you choose, make sure you know that, you choose to take a blind's eye to the fact that the wheel is going to turn for you because you know better. You're the Hierophant. You know that the wheel's going to change and give you karmic blessings of love by not reacting to external forces of others being in their ego and not choosing to see this. Not choosing to see sometimes is really a blessing. It's a blessing. It's not like you don't want to stay in your rightful place of what you believe in. Freedom to believe what you want is one thing, but to take yourself out of the equation and to gather the knowledge that you don't have to be part of the chaos and that you choose not to is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing. And so the universe gifts then those who stay calm. When people are rebelling, they're rebellious, whatever. You get what I'm saying. People are choosing. It's a choice. That's a choice. Some are choosing not to do that. This is what that means. You can see the depiction of the violets and purple and blues, right? Choosing to honor your own path and and you're covering your eyes to see that others can't find that calm, but you can, right? Why? Because you've transformed yourself into not reacting, taking the high road. So now manifestation comes, and it is magic. It's magical. How the universe works, how God shows us that if you don't react and you take the approach that you're not going to get involved in people getting crazy, right, and rebellious, and stay in your own power emotionally, that love is there for those who are looking for it, are wanting it. That's what's manifesting now. The wheel is here to show you. You have maintained your strength, your power. That's why it's up here. What is this? It's the lion. It's the sun. This is the sun. The sun depicts the vitality of life. And the sun chooses to now gift those who want to manifest that which it is, the love of whatever, the love of a new love, the love of a new job, the love of literally just being able to get out again, right? Going out now. A lot of the restrictions have been released. So now we're able to get that job, go for a creative idea, open the shop, do whatever it is that you want to do now. Whatever it is happening because you chose, and I'm telling you, you chose to not react with your ego. The swords are your ego, right? The swords are all about the ego. So this particular ego, this choice that says, I'm not going to partake in the chaos. I choose to take a blind eye to all the rebellion going on in the world, not because I don't care, because I do, but because I know that karma will be had for all. It's not a surprise. This is not something that is just happening. Like the planet is ascending. Yes, Mother Earth is cleansing and ascending, as many of us are. But this ascension process that's happening are for those who maintain a calm demeanor and don't rebel against. They choose to not get. The choice is not making a choice. Not choosing to be part of the crowd of chaos and destruction. That's a choice. So that's what's happening. So then the universe says, okay, and thank you, by gifting us with new opportunities and a new love, new jobs, new life in a whole different dimension. Because emotionally, you've kept yourselves intact. For those who I'm talking to, this is the reading. The universe wants you to know that you will be gifted with that which your karma is going to come for those who remain calm and don't become rebellious and aggressive, right? Because we've been through this. We're just coming out of it now. So we need to We need to say, all right, I have the energy to, I'm the warrior. You know, I may be wounded, but I'm not stupid. I'm using my common sense to know better, not to partake in the chaotic ways of what's going on in the world. The King of Cups, right? The King of Cups, same as the Hierophant, is all about maintaining your emotional stability, right? Not letting your emotions get out of control, not reacting like others are reacting. And this I find really interesting. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. The seahorses. Look at that. So a love offering, a new love coming in. Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this is about love coming in, receiving and giving of love, being reciprocated, right? These seahorses are looking outward into the land, into the ocean. And these seahorses are taking this cup, right? The page becomes the king. Why? Because I got interrupted, but so we have the seahorses, right? This page is offering the love, and here's the king. The same thing. The seahorses now looking out, offering this cup, right? It's beautiful. That's very cool. So seahorses are extremely, they're giving and receiving, being reciprocated. I love that. Wow. Okay. So that's, look at the bottom of the deck. It's love. Okay. So the love that's on offer here is reciprocated. And mind you, sorry, this is why I've done this reading maybe 3-4 times already. Okay. The wheel is turning for a committed relationship, which this is about taking what you've learned, right, from here, taking what you've learned through this, not reacting, not rebelling, not being rebellious, whatever, you know what I'm saying, right? And getting to this point of the wisdom that the commitment you're making to yourself and what is being received and given as a gift, by not making the choice to get involved in I'm not going to say competition. I'm talking about like being rebellious and lashing out and reacting to circumstances that are going around you. You've already been there, done that. You're not doing that because you're receiving the gift from the universe of love being reciprocated. Giving love, receiving love. It's all here. So now you're getting it all. It is manifesting. It's coming in. To those who are waiting, it's coming. The love that you've been waiting for is coming. Look it. You had to defend, or you are defending the love that you want to give. Defending in a good way. You're fighting. You're fighting for a great love right here. This is where you've been wounded before. You've had a chance to recalibrate, right? And know that the giving and receiving of love is now coming to those who have not reacted and have been patiently waiting and have not rebelled. Okay? So, not making a decision to do anything, sometimes that decision alone helps the universe work its magic. Right? Because whatever's coming in is being is being, it's like a magnet. This is a magnet from the universe. That's how magic works. Hence the word magic, magnet. It's magnetic. It's like now the magnetic forces of love that is being given and received is right here. That's beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. All right, so let's see what the Ascended Masters say about, this is a beautiful reading. So knowing that you don't react anymore in a way that is going against the grain and aggressive, ego-driven, even if people out in, with all of what's going on, right? You see in social media and in other states, Minneapolis and a couple others that I've seen, the unfortunate circumstances were driven by people like this, who were egoic, who only sought after their own power and used their power in a bad way, not in a bad way, but in a way that's not beneficial. Because the people that are not using, that's what the message, the denominator of this message is, love can be given and received by those who take a calm approach and don't react. So many have transformed and have learned, because this isn't someone has learned, they've educated themselves to know that the old ways never worked even in ancient times, right? Trojan War, etc. It didn't work. People that were fighting against the grain during times of hardship, that's what God wants to see. Wants to see how you're going to react to these kind of things. And when you don't react to those kind of things and you choose to take a blind eye only because you don't want to pull your energy down to that kind of reactivity of your energy gets pushed down, right? It's not like what's the saying, if you can't beat them, join them. That's exactly the opposite. That's the opposite. And that's the message. And that's when the universe says, thank you. Let me gift you with this. It's beautiful. Okay. One Ascended Master Archangel card. Okay, I got 3, and I'm going to the universe wants me to allow those 3 to be part of the message. Okay, so I'm going to put it in order. Okay, this is Dwal Kul, which is Dharma that's unfolding. And remember that you're on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And that's what this is about. You're on a path. The path that has been unknown to all of us, right? It's an unknown path. We don't know where tomorrow will lead us. We don't know, but we understand one thing, and it's really important, not to react. So this is what's unfolding. This Dharma, that's karma, Dharma, is the goodness of what you've given will be reciprocated by the universe. Makes complete sense. Prayer and contemplation. Many who have seen, and those who have decided, I see the chaos, but I don't want to see it. I've prayed, and I've contemplated that others will follow, not in the sense of rebelling against the grain, going against the grain. Those who choose to take the higher road By not doing so, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. People have been praying like crazy, especially now with everything going on, right? Now that we're able to get out into the world, then we have these people who don't, want to use their power still, right? So some of us have prayed and pondered and decided that we're going to go, we have been transformed during this time. We've learned, and we don't want to be part of it. But we are praying for those who have gone and become rebellious and have, with the killings, etc., and shootings, not getting into it, but it does have that same feel because we all are threaded together. Heart awakening. Lady Nada says, awaken to acceptance and divine love, giving and receiving in balance. So here is the giving and receiving that Lady Nada, this is the gift. Giving and receiving, because our heart, people who have, with this lockdown, it depends how you've reacted. Have you been rebellious in reacting to what you see, what you don't know? Is that by not reacting and and choosing to take a blind eye, by not reacting is actually taking you to a place of goodness coming in for you. By opening your heart and not being part of this, and you're choosing to not choose to be this way. It's a choice. You choose or you don't choose, no matter what, that you're going to be fighting and going against the grain, like others that you've seen doing exactly what, this lockdown taught people to either they're going to go crazy, which they have. Look at, you can read all about it in ancient times, like I said, in the wars that came before. Not, just this has happened before. This is not, that part's not new. So how you're reacting is you're taking the higher ground and you're being granted the gift of love from the universe, and it's reciprocated love. Have a great weekend.